Okay, so this is the first question of the midterm review list. So we want to evaluate b squared minus 4ac if a is 3, b is -2, and c is -3. C is -3. So again, for this kind of question, the parentheses for each letter is very important, right? It's very important. So you put a small parentheses around every letter, and then you copy the structure. And then put the number, right? Put the number. Okay, so if you're not good at this way, so what you can do is you can rewrite the question with a little bit more space, and then you put the parentheses, and then you use eraser to delete the letter, right? To delete the letter. Okay, and now you look at what is the number b, -2, what is the a, 3, what is c, -3. Okay, -3. Okay, so this substitution step is the most important step. And then we have -2 times -2, that's +4, and then -4, right? So -4 times 3, we got -12, -12 times -3, we got +36. Then we got 4 plus 36, 40. Okay, 40. Okay, so now the second question is a function question, and the evaluation of function. So again, this is the most important example for Math 30, right? For the next class, okay, the next class. So again, you can copy the function, but with a little bit more space for the parentheses and the replacement, right? Replacement. And then for every x, you draw a small space. So you'll see eraser, delete the small space, and then what the question they want this number to be -3. So this is -3, -3, -3. Okay, -3. So that's the evaluation step, right? Okay, so now for this second power, right? For this second power, the negative sign is not in the second power. Okay, so we got -3 times -3 without the blue negative sign. So this is +9, and then we got the blue negative sign, right? Negative sign. So now it's 3 times -3, so -9, and then -4, so we got -22, right? So -9, that's -18, -4, that's -22. Okay, so this is our second question. Okay, so number 3 is similar. So you copy the whole function and then draw small parentheses around every x, right? And then use eraser, delete the x, okay, and then put the number what they want, -1. So this is -1, -1, -1. Okay, yeah. So with this parentheses, this means multiply, right? It means multiply. So 3 times -1, -3, -1 on top. 5 times -1, -5 plus 3 on the bottom. So we got -4 over -2, number 2. Okay, number 2. So again, the most important part is this evaluation part. So you use a small red parentheses, delete the letter, and then change to the given number. Okay, given number. So that's the first 3 questions about evaluation. Okay, so now from number 4 to number 7, we have factoring questions. So this is 4 terms. So this is grouping method, right? Grouping method. How many groups? 2 groups, right? 2 groups. So first group, we have GCF, 5x, right? 5x. Okay, and then they both divide by 5x, right? They both divide by 5x. 5x squared divided by 5x, we got x. -15ax divided by 5x, we got -3a, right? -3a. Okay, and then for the second group, we have to use this sign, right? Same sign here. That's our first same. We have 2 same. So this is plus sign, 4 and 12. We got 4. X, Y, A, Y. So we got common part is Y. So this is our second GCF, right? Second GCF. Okay, yeah. So now 4xy divided by 4y. We got x. negative 12ay divided by 4y, we got negative 3a, right? We got negative 3a, okay? Yeah. So now the last step, we just put two GCFs together and then keep this common quotient, x minus 3a. So this is our second same, right? We have two divisions, give us the same quotient, okay? Same quotient. So we put two GCFs together. So this is GCF 1 and the GCF 2. So we got 5x plus 4y, okay, 4y. So for factoring question, in the end, we need a product, okay? We need a product, that will be the answer, okay? That will be the answer. Okay, so number 5 is 3 terms, and a is 1, so this is ST method, right? ST method, okay? So we got s plus t is this number, the coefficient of x, s times t is the constant negative 12, right? So we need two integers, the sum is negative 1, and then the product is negative 12, right? Negative 12. So now what's the possibility for 12? 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4, right? 3, 4. And then we need negative 12, so one number is negative. So it's either negative 1 times 12 or 1 times negative 12. It's negative 2 times 6 or 2 times negative 6. Negative 3 times 4 or 3 times negative 4. Right? So we have these 6 choices, give us the product negative 12. So now which pair give us the sum negative 1? This is the pair, right? 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1. Okay, so the other pairs don't give us sum negative 1. So we got s is 3, t is negative 1. Okay, t is negative 1. So now what's the answer? X plus s times x plus t, right? So that's the formula, x plus s, x plus t. So it's x plus 3, x minus 1. Okay, x minus 1. So that's the answer for this factoring question, right? Factoring question. So ST method, you have to guess, right? You have to guess. Okay, so for the next two questions, we are going to use a squared minus b squared formula. And in the classroom, I already talked about this, right? So it's number 6, factor 25 y squared minus 4x squared. So 25 and 4, they are perfect squares. So we got 5 squared y squared minus 2 squared x squared. Right? So now what's a, what's b? So you forget about the square. You got a and b, right? A is 5y, b is 2x, right? 2x. So this will be 5y plus 2x, a plus b, and 5y minus 2x, right? Minus 2x. So number 7 is a little bit harder because we have to put GCF first, and then you get this square minus square, right? So 5y cubed minus 45y, they get 5y is the GCF, right? And then they divided by 5y. You got y squared here, divided by 5y. You got negative 9, right? Negative 9. So now y squared and 9, they are perfect squares. So we got a is y, b is 3. So this is 5y, y plus 3, y minus 3. Okay, so if you look at the beginning, right? Look at the beginning. This part, they don't have perfect squares, right? Perfect squares. But two terms, you may think about there's a GCF. After factor GCF, you got this good number 9. So that will remind you is a squared minus b squared. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so from number 8 to number 11, they are basically quadratic formula questions. I want to talk about number 10 first because you don't need to move terms, change anything. Okay? So we got a is 5, b is negative 6, c is 1, right? C is 1. Okay, so for all these questions, you give me a, b, c first, and then you have to write down the formula correctly. So x is negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, right? 2a. And then don't simplify, okay? Don't simplify, just leave it after you change ABC substitution, right? So this is negative b, so this is negative 6, right? So b is negative 6, so this is negative b. plus minus, okay, so this is negative 6 squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times 5. And that's it. Okay, that's it. If you can simplify that, otherwise just leave it. Okay, otherwise just leave it. So I'm going to continue simplify a little bit because some students like to see the answer, right? So it will be 6 plus minus, so this is 36 minus 4 times 5, 20 times 1 still 20 divided by 10. So this will be 6 plus minus radical 16 divided by 10. So what's radical 16? 4, right? So it's 6 plus minus 4 divided by 10. So we got two solutions. X1 is 6 plus 4 over 10, which is 10 over 10, 1. And X2 is 6 minus 4 over 10, so this is 2 over 10. You can leave it, or you can give me simplified 1 over 5. So the bottom line is you show me this formula after the substitution. If you can, you have time, simplify, right? Simplify. So now for 8 and 9, you have to move terms and then write down ABC, right? So number 8, x squared minus 3x is 4. So c is not 4, right? C is not 4. So you have to change this to the other side by changing the sign. So we got x squared minus 3x didn't move, and then 4 moved, become negative 4. Okay, so that's our ABC. Okay, that's our ABC. So A is 1, B is negative 3, C is negative 4, right? And then you got x is negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this is negative 3. So same reason, because b is negative 3. So this is negative 3, right? Plus minus give us two solutions. And then under the radical sign, we have negative 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 4. And then divided by 2 times 1. Okay, 2 times 1. So again, this one you can simplify a little bit. If you can, if you have time. So what's under the radical sign? So this is 3 plus minus. This is 9. Right, this is negative 16. So this is plus 16. So this is radical 25 under the square root. So this is 3 plus minus 5 over 2. Right, so now we got x1 is 3 plus 5 over 2, which is 4. x2 is 3 minus 5 over 2, which is negative 1. Okay, negative 1. So for these questions, if you can use factoring method to solve it, that's better. Right, if you can, just use quadratic formula. Okay, use factoring method. You factor here, you got x minus 4, x plus 1. ST method, this is 0. So this is 0, give us x is 4. This is 0, give us x is negative 1. You will get the same solution. Okay, you will get the same solution. So number 9, 4x squared is 25, right? Is 25. So you can move it to that side. We got 4x squared minus 25 is 0. If you use quadratic formula, be careful, right? A is 4, B is 0 because there's no x term. And C is negative 25. So it's not B equals to negative 25. Okay, and then you can use quadratic formula to solve it to get the answer. Okay, to solve the answer. So now I'm going to give you a better answer. So if B is 0, right? If B is 0, you just take square root, right? You just take square root. But remember, we need positive negative square root on the other side, on the number side. So this will be 2x, that's square root of 4x squared, plus minus square root 25. So 2x is plus minus 5 divided by 2. X is plus minus 5 over 2. So x1 is 5 over 2. x2 is negative 5 over 2. So after midterm, we will study radicals a lot. So this may be a good solution, better solution. Okay, so if you use quadratic formula, you will get the same answers, right? Same answers if you can simplify. Okay, if you can simplify. So this is number 9. Okay, number 9. And then number 11 is similar. It's just trickier because they give you function notations, and then eventually you have to change it to quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic equation. So they said f of x is negative x squared minus 3x plus 1, right? And then find x when f of x is 3, right? So you see f of x is this, and f of x is 3. So we got negative x squared minus 3x plus 1 is 3. Okay, so the same function equals to these two different things, so they are the same, right? They are the same. Okay, f of x is this box, fx is that box, so two boxes are the same, right? Two boxes are the same. So now again, they are not a, b, c. You have to move this term. So we got negative x squared minus 3x plus x minus 3 is 0, right? Change the sign. 3 become negative 3. So simplify a little bit. Negative x squared minus 3x minus 2 is 0. So a is negative 1, b is negative 3, c is negative 2. You can use quadratic formula to get the answer, right? To get the answer. Okay, so now I'm going to give you a better solution. So now if you move these three terms to the left, okay, so it's better. First you will get 3 is the same. Negative x squared become positive x squared, negative 3x become positive 3x, positive 1 become negative 1, right? Now we combine 3 and negative 1, we got 0 is x squared plus 3x plus 2. So now we can factor it, right? This is x plus 1, x